Mic check. All right, hopefully the microphone might or might not be working properly. I don't even know anymore.
Enigma log on the
That's not the right button. Hold on. There's the one. All right, a little bit rusty. Been down in the weeds of coding and business and life. We have purchased a couple of crypto companies, launched on a new channel that they were previously owner of, so we got some really cool stuff. If you want to get lucky today, go ahead and take the time to smash that button. God is real, karma is real, so make sure you smash that like button. Let's get into it here this afternoon, shall we?
Welcome aboard, everyone.
What exactly is AlgoBox, and why do our traders absolutely love it?
Michael Oates room.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 9.
Oh man, I have been talking away and my mic has been on mute. Can you hear me now? Test 1 2, test 1 2. Yeah, looks like it's coming through. Okay, so I'll try to repeat some of that I just was talking about there. I was just gabbing away, and I had the hardware mute on. Sorry about that. Well, you're like, Vinny, we're not sorry. We didn't have to hear you. I'm sorry for myself. I'm gonna apologize to myself for having to repeat myself. So we're gonna be taking care of some housekeeping stuff here today. Had a great morning. Crushed it so far. Solidly up over my 4K targets in the bonus territory. But yeah, I'm gonna take care of a bit of housekeeping. Everything from talking about how to get yourself taken care of tickets if you got tickets. But let's start with the pop quiz, because you might need to know why I'm not like all jumping on taking trades right now. What does this gigantic blue X on the screen mean? I know it's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks since I was out there live streaming, but you guys should know, right? Just because I'm not live streaming, things go on. I mean, I've been watching you guys in your results. You guys are crushing it. Yes, speed's bad. It's way too slow to be trading right now. So that means we get to chat about stuff. That's right. The BPM too slow. How to turn this on right there with the psychology module. If you are new with us or you're jumping in for the first time with us and you're gonna be like, what is that? This is the psychology module. This helps you psychologically, like a coach right there on your system, to tell you, look, right now it's not a good time to trade. Speed is bad. And we have a lot of components. You might think, well, that seems overly simplistic. Well, you'd be surprised at how simple things can be when you have a great system and you've got great trade setups, the power of confluence, multi-time frame, and the order flows that we have. You'll start to recognize it. And then we can take very complex things and break them down into simple formats. And one of those is a BPM with our system. Now, this doesn't work for others. I mean, bars per minute. Well, if you've got minute bars, it's obviously 1 bar per minute. Time bars have a disadvantage. We take all the advantages of non-time delineated bar types. And when we are drawing bars of specific sizes, and then we measure them over a period of time, we can now get a good rating on speed, which is better than ATR. A lot of people will be like, oh, that's what we use ATR for. It's close. Again, ATR has its points and its purposes. Average true range. Well, what is the average true range? It's the average true range over an X size bar. 5-minute bar, what's the ATR? 5 minutes, 1 minute, 3 minute. What's the range of those bars? I mean, it's technically a version of BPM. But most people use ATR in ways like they're trying to determine what their targets will be and stuff like that. You know, I could help them out just with simple mentorship to help them out to understand that, well, you should probably only trade when ATR was fill in the blank, a certain level. But how do you know? Like which bar? How many bars back? 1 bar back, 2 bars back, 5 bars back. So this is the advantage of us, is we get it instantaneously. Everything we do is about adding up small wins. Small wins and then multiplying them. The range of ATR can be subjective. Want to be more subjective? Exactly. We're trying to remove subjectivity, right? That's what we're attempting to do. And, you know, it's impossible to remove all of it, but you can remove a lot of it, if not arguably the majority of it. That is a nice, juicy red Enigma right there. But yes, when that big red, big blue X is over the charts there, that can help you out with psychology. Very important. So tickets, let's talk about the tickets. If you are creating tickets, please do a couple of things for me. If you're going to send us pieces of information, I love screenshots. I absolutely do. But if you've got to send me the machine ID, please copy paste the machine ID in text so that I can copy paste it over to our system to do a lookup. That will save us a lot of time and effort on the texts and the tickets. Sorry, the tickets with text. That would be fantastic. We are going to be creating a new series to, I don't know if I'd say we're replacing, but we kind of are. We're replacing the old training with updated training. The new style, the new looks, less live stream styles I had done in the past. You know, over time, I found ways to do things a bit better so we can be more efficient with it, as well as, you know, I'm referring to things that didn't, well, it's like, how do you not refer to things that don't exist yet from the past, but in the present do exist? For instance, SMLK lines. If you watched, I mean, my original videos back in 2016, talking about 7 years ago now, you know, I'm hand drawing SMLK lines from structures. Well, now it's automated. So it's like, well, why is Vinny telling us and teaching us how to draw SMLK lines? They're already drawn for me. Yeah, you know, it's stuff like that. So there are things that I think in the updated training that we've got so much new stuff now, and we are now, again, over time, I think it was helpful to have those there and leave them there, because there's also some advantage to know where things came from. Like, how did we arrive here? How did we arrive at this I don't want to say conclusion, because there's never a conclusion when it comes to versioning. I mean, there's times when I've even joked with Curtis. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to be able to come up with anything better. Like, at this point, we've covered everything. We've got this thing nailed down. We've got this so precise. We can hone in on a very specific time frame and entry point from the highest time frame down to the low, instantaneously enter. Like, could it possibly get any better? It can't. We're like at the spot where we're like, oh, it can't get better. And then, oh, hey, here's an idea. Right. This next version you guys are going to see come out, the semi-auto features. Semi-auto on Enigma and potentially others, but the first one we're going to release is semi-auto with a arm disarm methodology. You guys have probably seen this on, there's a few other tools out there that take this concept of arming the system. Arm the system to take the next trade, or arm the system to take all of the next trades. Yes, which almost turns the system into a fully automated deal, which is why this is extremely important. Everybody needs to pay attention to this section right here. Okay, this is the clip right here. Okay, we are how many minutes into the video? We are timestamp 16 minutes 43 seconds into this video here today. It is extremely important, folks, to make sure that if you want the absolute best of the best with our system, you're going to need to be inside of the Enigma pack before June the 1st. June the 1st will be the cutoff. That allows plenty of time for people to join in, but at the same time, it's limiting the number of seats that are going to be pumping into those trades. Because yes, like, listen, the smart people in the room, you're going to understand this. While there is misinformation out there like crazy, for instance, I'll give you one piece of misinformation that really bothers me that it's out there because it's so bad. One of them, you'll hear people talking about the advantages of trading futures, and they'll say, oh, the markets are so liquid. The E-mini markets are so liquid. No, they're not. Look at the bid ask right now. It's 5, 7, 5, 7, 2, 8, 6, 6, 9. I'm looking over right now. Like, there's not that many orders on either side of the bid ask. You want to talk about a market that is super thick and super liquid, would be the bonds. Okay, you go over to ZB or ZN. I mean, there's hundreds on the bid ask, if not thousands. I think they're in the thousands on the ZBs. You know, and then ES, sure, ES is in the hundreds. Yeah. And you say only. I mean, that's, I wouldn't use the word only on ES. That's a lot. And then because right behind the current bid ask, there are even more, like 2 and 3 ticks away, like, you know, thousands very quickly. Okay, so those are liquid. So the S&P E-mini is, yes, liquid, but they're speaking, when they say E-mini, they're trying to speak for all the E-mini contracts. So it's just not true. Nasdaq, Russell, and Dow, particularly. Write those 3 down. Nasdaq, Russell, and Dow are thin markets. And it just, I mean, we should all go and find these videos where these Muppets go out there and just make a video for the purpose of making a video. Because these days, this is the problem with YouTube and social media. Any idiot is allowed to speak. Right? And then they have absolutely no business talking. It's just so frustrating. Like, I don't care if they do. You want to go out there and talk and whatever. But when you get it wrong and you're misleading people and now they go and act on that information, that becomes problematic. So full swing back to why, you know, limited seats thing for this. It's not a sales gimmick scenario here. What happened to my music? Did the music just die? Mic check, mic check. I always have to check stuff like that because how many times have been thinking everything's working fine and all of a sudden it's not. Y'all don't hear any music, do you? I don't hear any music. Is the music going? It's weird. It's not coming through my speakers right now. Hold on. What I do? You can hear it? Oh. It's actually kind of good, but kind of bad because I can't hear it at all. Oh, it's not pushing through my TV. Okay, I have to fix. Yeah, I have to fix that later. Get back just to make sure. I have to go off of the EQ only. But you guys can still hear me okay? Okay. Let's see. One segment to the relative E-minis. ES is a thick market. Yes. So, because my primary instruments to trade are the thinner markets, Nasdaq, Russell, and Dow. Those are the three that I'm protecting for myself. Okay. Yes, it may sound selfish, but I mean, look, at the end of the day, that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, I built these tools. I build them for myself, which means I know that they're going to be good for you as well. But when it comes to full auto and semi-auto, you got to be careful, because now you can diminish your own edge with too many people jumping in on a thin market. Now, on a thicker market, who cares, right? But in a thinner market, it's got to be protected. Okay, so back to
Pip.NQ on the 4.
what's up. But I have explained myself. I have, if anybody wants to ask questions, please, answer them. Like, try to speak to them intelligently. But again, a lot of these people that are going to troll, they're not intelligent to begin with. We don't have to, we can say it once, we don't have to say it twice. So June the 1st, anybody who's asking, or you got a friend or family member who's interested in getting with us, just help them out. You want them in before June the 1st. I'll show you guys some screenshots of what we've been working on. And this is not the final version of what will be there, but I think you're gonna like what you see. I think. Let's see. All right, mic check, or I'm talking about stuff again. Yeah, you guys can hear me all right. I can't hear anything coming through the TV. I think something's going on with my TV thing. I think you guys can see this, right? All right, so again, not necessarily the final version of what's coming. But auto arm will be able to arm once, arm multiples, and Enigma entries. Pretty dang cool.
Enigma short on the NQ2.
So that will only be available to those who join before June the 1st. So if you want to get in on that, you've got you got some time. It's all of next month plus half of this month ish. We're right in the middle of the month, April. So you got half of April, all of May, and if you are in any of our gold packs, there are upgrade options. You'll need to contact me via direct message or schedule a call on the website, whichever you prefer.
Pip.NQ on the 4.
And there are upgrade options available to you. All right, and there are no options available to purchase Enigma on the website as of right now, and I don't know that there will be. Again, Enigma is still a protected class here. It is awesome. I absolutely love it. I use it for just about everything. And you just combine it with even the slightest hint of anything, from risk management to, I don't know, simple, like this one right here. One of my favorite moves right here. So take an Enigma and either add 2 on a touch of the bands, or wait for your entry on a touch of a band. And either way, very, very powerful. This one gave you 2. You see it? Right here, the 2 touches. So if you enter in the original entry, would be here, the long. Stop goes below the Enigma. And then we've got 2 touches right here and right here. 2 touches of the bands, right? Great places to either, again, depending on your risk tolerance and your risk levels, you can enter on the OG original, and then you can add to this position, or you can just wait. You can wait on those and always get ultimate entries. And remember, you're just trying to trade your 5 trades. Always keep that in mind. You guys can see this up here. Yep. So you got your 5 trade sheet printed out, or you want to get one of those from Millionaire. It's going to be awesome. The mic is weirdly silencing. See, I hate Windows 10, man. Windows 10 keeps doing this stuff with the microphones. Let me crank it. There you go. Crank it up. So there's no middle ground on it. I don't know what's up with the mics. The mic is okay. All right. But yeah, it might be cutting out. All right. I've got it cranked hard now, which hopefully it's not popping your speakers. It looks like on the equalizer, it's going way up into the red. So I don't know. I don't know how to solve that stuff. Well, I'll eventually figure it out. But we're heads down to the code side, business side stuff. We are going to be the best in the world. We really already are. It's not hard. Like, the bar is low. Like, the bar is very low. Idiots galore out there online, talking. And we just come out and walk. But we are the most silent. Here's our problem. We're so good. Our guys are too smart, and smart people don't go out there and run their mouths all the time. Unfortunately, the people who run their mouth are the idiots. You can look around you all the time and, you know, figure that out. They run their mouths 24/7. They lack brains, and they make up for their brains in mouth. Right? So, unfortunately, we have to be smart, and we have to run our mouths. That's the crazy part. People are like, well, Vinny, you run your mouth, you must be stupid. Well, I'm smart enough. See, there's like level, you know, smart people that like 100 IQ is normal person, okay? 110 to 120, that's the IQ level of most of our people in our room here. But when you reach where I'm at like a 160, you start being able to think through what the other guy is doing and playing chess at a different level in a different part of the game, where you can literally become the other person that you need to be in order to defeat the enemy. You follow me? Smart people don't always win. You can prove that out by history. If you look all the way back to people like Hitler and all these things, these guys are idiots, but they win, right? That's the problem. Because smart people will not speak up when necessary. That's my belief on things. Christians won't speak up when necessary. They are all stuck in this let's speak softly thing, but they forget to carry a big stick to protect the innocent. They're only concerned with themselves and their families. Let that sink in for a minute. That's selfish. Anybody who's like, well, I got to take care of my kids. Let me explain to you something. People who say that I got to take care of my kids and just got to take care of my kids only, okay? That's like taking care of yourself. Your kids are literally extensions of you. They are your DNA. You're just taking care of yourself, okay? So don't give me this stuff. These moms are like, I'm not selfish. I take care of my kids. Bitch, you're selfish. Okay, it's how things go. I just tell it like it is. If you are taking care of others outside of your house, then you are no longer selfish. It's a very simple way to look at things. Okay. So June the 1st, Enigma on semi-auto, and apparently, you know, technically you can flip it on to full auto. Now, the advantage might be like, well, platinum members be like, well, why would I want to get platinum? Well, platinum is dual robot, dual box, which is, you know, you can do everything like, you know, River is, if you guys have seen River's videos recently, he's crushing it out there. And, you know, he's talking about the simplicity of using Enigma with a simple cadence strategy around it. Well, you can basically let cadence happen with via 2 robots. So you can run the cadence, you can run cadence plus MacV. You can basically, you know, combine those and let them run. So yeah, Missile is all over it. I got a special shout out to Missile Silo on Twitter with me, man. He's out there smashing bad guys with me. It's hilarious. He's smashing them so hard that people think he's me. That's got to be a compliment. Like, if you're getting accused of being Vinny E. Mini, you know, you're doing something right. Because they're like, nobody can crush that hard. Only Vinny can crush my heart that hard. And all of a sudden, one of our guys like monster stomps their heart into oblivion. Now you might think, well, Vinny, that's rude. No, actually, it's called making an omelet. In order to make an omelet and make it good, you have to crush the egg first, crack the egg. You've got to set it on fire, throw it in a pan, beat it up, smack it up. And once all that's done, then you put salt and pepper and good stuff in it. But they have to be brought low first. You might think, well, Vinny, that's not biblical. Actually, it is. Let me bring you to a proverb. Very first one, interestingly enough. This isn't like or is this Psalm? Hold on. It's definitely chapter 1. Is it Proverbs or Psalm? Somebody look this one up for me. It's either Proverbs or Psalm, one of the P's in the middle of the Bible. And it says, the beginning of all wisdom. What is it? It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. Which means, can you have wisdom without having fear? And fear can be replaced by the word respect. But knowing that he can absolutely crush and destroy you, you starts to make you think about things, you see. So yes, bring them low, crush them first, crush their BS, crush their bullshit, and then feed them truth. And now they can become something useful. Whoa, my sound is popping like crazy. Is the sound going nuts? Dude, what is going on with the sound? I'm gonna have to mute it on my side. It's weird. Might be time to retire this TV. Let's see. Oh, is it Proverbs 9:10? Is that accurate? Somebody check on that. No offense. I swore, let's see. It is. You're right. It was 9:10. There's one in, no, see, I was right. Proverbs 1:7. It's just repeated. I'm like, come on, man, I ain't wrong. Look at this. This is one that's repeated, folks. If you ever want to see the most important things in the Bible, it's when they're repeated. Check this one out. So, yes, he was accurate that it's 9:10, but I'm like, hold on, no, it's chapter 1 of 1 that I had personally made note of. And I'm like, hold on, I can't be that wrong about that. And let's see, the other one is it 1:7? Here it is, Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. See, it's knowledge versus wisdom, but they're, these go hand in hand. So knowledge begins with the facts that you need to know. The facts, what's the difference between knowledge and wisdom? Knowledge is knowing facts. Wisdom is the application of the facts. Wisdom is the application of knowledge. But you have to have knowledge first. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Then later on in 9:10, Proverbs 9:10, beginning of wisdom. So now, but it's still the fear of the Lord. You notice that? The fear of it first. So bringing the fear, bringing the beat down is required first. Sometimes you have to spank your kids before they start to listen. You ever notice that? Talk at them all day, but until they have a fear, a healthy fear, maybe they can't get smarter. All right, so there's so many deep things there, particularly around Proverbs. Let's see. Somebody accusing me of not responding to DMs. Well, I do respond to DMs. There's a lot of idiots out there that have their DMs turned off. It's funny.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
Let's see. So yeah, I think I've narrowed it down. I think it's my 55-inch having problems, but it tells me, man, I got to swap this thing out for my curve. My curve has been sitting out there in my hallway for months on it, and it's just collecting dust. But the thing is so heavy, like I literally have to like have my brother-in-law or one of my shooting range buddies come over to hoist this thing up over to my on my desk. It is extremely heavy. I know, I got to plug that bad boy up, and now I have an absolute reason for it. Don't you recommend turning off DMs for scam purposes? Anybody want to screenshot that anywhere? Anybody ever heard me say that? No. I tell you, don't get into direct messages with people. If you are one of our members and you are caught direct messaging people, I will remove you from our room for breaking our rules. But it has nothing to do with that. I have a whole video on that. Go check out the discipline video. It avoids all kinds of issues. Everything from people, listen, we've had good-hearted people. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about a few of them. We've had good-hearted individuals, you know, become friends in our room and things of that sort. But what's weird is, you know, these long-distance friend relationship things where you're making friends online or whatever, the only thing it does is cause problems. So just be honest. I don't say the only thing, there can be other things, but the risk is too great for the reward. Because we've had people who have guilted people into making them feel like like they have a health problem all of a sudden. And listen, it's going to happen to everybody. I just want to warn everybody. It's like, oh, we're falling into this health problem. Listen, dime a dozen. Okay, you are not guaranteed health here on Earth. Okay, you are not guaranteed to live here forever. Okay, everybody's going to die. Okay, get used to it. Okay, your health is not everything, and your health and the responsibilities of the people around you, bro. Listen, you're like, oh, my dad. Listen, your dad. How did your dad eat? Did your dad care about living a long time? Well, how did he eat? Did he eat well? Maybe, you know, did the mom help him out? She feed him right? Listen, don't share your stuff with me about your family life if you don't want my chastisement of the same. Okay, and I'm not interested in chastising your family. I'm not interested in chastising your decisions on how you take care of your temple, because I believe that the physical body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. And if you didn't take care of the body, and look, at the same time, I get it. People are like, well, my dad, he did everything right, everything right. Yeah, that's what we always hear. But you know what's crazy? People have hidden sins that nobody knows about. Facts. Okay. And it is not our obligation to try to solve those for you. And if you're coming into our room talking about your health problems and other people's health problems that are related to you, those health problems and related things to you are your challenge from the Lord. They are not ours. They are not mine. They are not anyone else's in our room. You understand? Everything here on earth is a test. Okay. And then you die. And then eternity begins. What matters, now I can help you with this one. You want to make sure that before your mother, father, uncle, aunt, Joey, niece, whoever is saved before they die, I can help them with eternity. You understand me? Let me repeat that for you. I can help you with eternity. I can tell you the truth about the fact that if you do not accept Christ's gift on the cross, you will die and you will be eternally separated from the Lord. And your eternal life, yes, everyone, did you know this? Everyone has eternal life. All of it. All of you have eternal life. It just depends on where you're going to spend it. In heaven or hell, my friend. It's very simple. Now that part I can help you with. But you're going to come in there and start guilting people into being like, hey, you know, pay for my mom's heart transplant, whatever. Pay for my dad's knee surgery, blah, blah, blah. Pay for my... Listen. You do not need to guilt people into it. You do not need to come and ask for those things. But that happens. People get in direct messages and all of a sudden they're like, oh, donate to my kid's charity event. Oh, donate to my whatever. Like, why? Sorry. You know, like, but that stuff happens. That stuff, they get in direct messages, you have that type of stuff going on. We've had sexual harassment happening in here, okay? We've had, you know, females who are trying to trade, trying to take care of their stuff and whatnot, and all of a sudden, like, they're getting DMs all over the place, and
DCDMNQ on the 2.
you know, just bad situations. I have yet to find great. Now, good, sure, there's good things that can happen in direct messages. Oh, I helped this guy do it. Well, why not just do it in public? Why not just do it in public? Right? Don't be tempted. Exactly. Don't start the temptation, okay? Because it starts with a friendly DM, okay? Starts with a, hey, how's it going? Oh, just curious how things are going. Oh, yeah. Hey, hadn't seen you around in a while. If I hear one more person in our room come, I haven't seen so-and-so in a while, or where's so-and-so? Who knows? Maybe they died. I mean, I am literally coming straight up. Like, folks, you guys all think that, like, life is forever. Life is short, folks. Life is short. Here, and take care of yourself. Take care of the things you need to take care of. Like, well, it's nice to take care of others. If that person needed your help, they would have contacted you, and you're not the first on their list. You're just in a Discord. They've never seen your face before. Come on, get real. I get it. We start to create these, you know, fake relationships online with these, you know, social media connections and whatnot, which, again, social media can be good for a lot of things, but in the same way, it can be bad. If you can say it in a direct message, you can say it in private, you can say it in public. You get me? And if you can't, in fact, I challenge somebody, give me an example of something that can only be said in private that can't be said in public. Try to find me, I mean, think really hard. I want to find the exceptions to the rule. You're hanging out here in our Discord channel chat. Talk about something that you need to talk about in private that you can't talk about in public. Ready, go. Nothing. The thing is anything that can be said in private can be said public. And what's interesting is it'd be like, well, so-and-so can benefit from this. Guess what? So could everyone else. Let me repeat that for you. If it can be beneficial to one, it can also be beneficial to, I wouldn't say all, but some. Okay, there are some others. Somebody else is going to have that same question or same issue. There are a lot of silent types in our room. A lot of people that don't talk a lot, but they're coming in there to find things. I mean, I have people who, yes, I get on telephone calls with individuals who schedule a call. They don't mind scheduling a call with me, but they're not interested necessarily in talking in public and things of that sort. But they say they learn so much from the public chat. Okay, I have a reason for everything that we do here. Everything I ever do. Every single thing, down to when I fart, is thought out. Do you understand? There is nothing, I promise you, nothing we have overlooked.
On the NQ2.
Okay. Do not step before I look. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And it's for your own good. It's for your own good. It's for our own good. It's for everyone's benefit. I promise. You feel a new quote coming? Give me a good one. Give me one that rhymes. I love rhymes because they're easier to remember. It's an efficient way to store information in your brain by remembering things that rhyme. It's called memory pegging. So yeah, if you come up with a good one, let me know. Yeah, strictly trading can be done in public. And even if it's personal, like, look, we talk about other stuff. We were like, well, Vinny, if I wanted to talk about my recent barbecue. Hey, Mikey, how are you doing, sir?
Good. I just need to tell you something.
Okay, what you can tell me.
So, today I need to go to the doctor for an appointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I need a checkup.
All right, high five.
But do you know what doctor I need to go to?
Yeah. Pediatrician. Can you say pediatrician? Pediatrician. Pediatrician. It's a hard word.
Pediatrician.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, go see mommy. All right, love you, buddy. We'll see you later.
Divergence down NQ NQ.
Yeah, what does fart stand for? Ah, so you guys start thinking, what did I mean by fart? Uh-huh. I'm sure the F stands for futures. I did not trade the open. It was, I think I started at like 11 o'clock. 11 through, I traded the beast mode hour. How was the open today? Anybody trading the open? Took care of a lot of tickets today. So speaking of, like, if you guys have not learned how to take or put in a ticket, make sure you learn how to take a ticket. Don't worry, we will be putting out videos on all this stuff. Okay. So let me see here. Let's grab. Yeah. So here's what it looks like on our end, just in case you guys are wondering, like, what do the tickets look like? Okay. So I see all your tickets. Okay. So come over here. So everybody who puts in a support ticket, I mean, these are all the, you know, pending support tickets right here. Okay. They'll pop your name on it and whatnot. And I see them all. Like here's a new one, right? It's got a 1 on it. Now, some of these are just open because I've already put information in there. I'll leave them open until I know that the person has gotten the information, because a lot of these are things like, you know, I'm gonna pick on somebody, but let's go in here to Will the Bill. Okay, no problem. I did a clean reinstallation. Let me do it once more. Double check the vid. Sorry about that. Yeah, so these are, you know, general stuff. You know, put in your machine ID. Please don't, you know, do this. This is my, I hate to say pet peeve, but for lack of better terms, like you do this and now I have to hand type this out. Now I really only have to type the first 6 characters, but the fact that I have to type them to begin with is a little bit silly, right? I should be able to just, you could copy paste this in here and it makes it easier for me looking it up. But first thing I do, if you say that you get this error message, sure, I'm going to say that, you know, I'm checking this out for you, and then did a clean reinstallation. Yeah. So his is done, but yeah, some of these I'll just leave open, like this one. Okay, so look, same thing. I've already checked your machine ID. Okay, but another one where I had to type this in, super pet peeve. Okay, copy paste this over for me so I can get into our system quickly. But a lot of times it's just, hey, go through these videos.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
So let's see. Failed swapping between sim live account, made 660 on sim, minus 70 on live. Could you show your settings on the Enigma indicator real quick on the 2s? Yeah, we can do that. But yeah, if you guys put in tickets, we're taking care of them. You know, please also like respond quickly. Okay. One of my biggest pet peeves with dealing with tickets is that, you know, you give people information, or you ask for additional information back, and you guys just let them sit. You guys come and you guys complain like, how come nobody's done my ticket yet? Blah, 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 blah. And then we've responded to the ticket. And then, you know, we're responding back. It's like, you have all the freedom in the world to reply to that ticket. It's personal to you. And you expect us to jump up and down, and y'all don't respond. Like, respond to your ticket quickly. Yes, so as far as settings, yeah, let's go over here and check out settings here. Your ticket was resolved quickly, yeah. And a lot of them are just, you know, first thing you should do is really go run that repair thing, especially if it just happens out of the blue. Now, if you've changed something, you know, our system doesn't just break, okay? Your license isn't just gonna all of a sudden like disappear, whatever. Like if you're getting a license error, like it's because you can't, I mean, it's real simple. You're not connecting to our license server, okay? Something on your side is doing that, right? It's going to be, you know, something with you, right? And so just, you know, run through the usual the usual routine stuff first. Save ourselves a ticket. Save yourself the time and effort thinking that you're waiting for somebody to respond to your ticket. You know, self-service. Go check and run the repair video. Who was asking for the settings? Do you need anything else? Do you need me to talk about the setting? Did you get the settings? There's the settings right there. Who was asking for that? Chad, did you get the settings you needed there, sir? No problem. You're welcome, sir. Don't forget the psychology module. You do need to turn it on and off. Like, it's there, but if you have to turn it on. It's not on all the time. So if you want it on, you can select it yourself. However much you want. You want to have the big do not trade on there. I typically just use the center one with the overlay, O for overlay. So click on the O button, and then you've got tells you when things are not great to be trading. Okay, those of you guys who stayed here almost till the end, I got a special surprise strategy for you. This is the Enigma AudioBox combination. Enigma plus AudioBox combo. Extremely powerful. And those of you guys who've been trading Enigma, have you guys made the correlation between the power of the Enigma plus AudioBox? What I have noticed, this is actually special for River. River, you still here? So I see like some of River's failed trades come when all of a sudden he's getting into one, but the AudioBox, like the AudioBox is extremely key after I'll put it like this: after an enigmatic event, hence our Enigma showing up. Now the order flow coming along with it, with the order flow events that are already present inside of Enigma, plus the structural components that we have. Again, a lot of things. We're not telling you guys what's in the soup, okay? It is some magical enigmatic soup. But I will tell you, if you combine that and then hear AudioBox clacking, take it. You notice that, Foster? Yep.
Enigma short on the NQ2.
And they can also help you to filter. So let's say that I get a red Enigma, but I'm hearing clack, 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 high-pitched sounds on the AudioBox to the long side. You can reverse that into the direction of the Enigma itself, target the back of the Enigma. Sounds should either, yes, GBY said the sounds should match the direction of the Enigma if you're going to enter in that direction of the Enigma. But the Enigmas, again, oftentimes the best type of signal is one that will give you power, right? It's a power up scenario, which means that's why piercers are so, good as well. On a pierce of a fill in the blank, like whatever that is, especially in the direction of, say, the MACV. Give an example right here. There's one here, right, on a 13. So we know, okay, that's a red. Well, if you were to go short here, well, the stop's back here. So what's a piercer of that? Well, the piercer is the play above. So what if you were to enter, because you see this moving up, you know that the MACV at this point is saying long's favorable on your MACV, okay? And then this breaks, okay, the piercer play, boom. So why am I saying that with the combination of the AudioBox? Is because if you were to combine the power of the AudioBox, so let's say that you get a red right here, but you're hearing clack, 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 high-pitched clacks, lower-pitched booms. You're hearing clack, 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 tat, 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 tat. You see the force, you'll feel the force. And by feel the force, the feelings come from the AudioBox. Can be used in combination, so certainly, like while you have a green, if you hear the clack, 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 clacks, yes. But I just didn't want to, somebody said, oh, they have to match. Not necessarily. Like you can go in the direction of the AudioBox upon any given Enigma in general. So just look for that as a strategy for yourself. Hard to do via market replay. It may be less difficult in the future. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Yeah, you didn't think about it on the Enigma. Yeah, so again, you piercer, I like to hand out Swiss Army knives. What does that mean? Well, Swiss Army knife is one tool to solve them all, right? One tool that can do multiple things. I don't like things that are single-use deals. You know what I'm saying? One is none. This is a military thing around the Marines, the badasses. And one is none, two is one. One is none, two is one. Interesting. Take nothing with you that does one thing. Everything that you have on you, if you're going to carry it, it's got to do at least two things. Right? That's their philosophy. My family members have gotten used to my both-ism. If I'm given two options, they're both good, and somebody says, well, you got to have this one or this one, I'm the guy who figures out how to have both. And now, again, obviously, there are things that absolutely cannot. I'm not trying to say I'm breaking the laws of gravity or anything, but when it seems impossible to have both, if it is even remotely possible to have both or figure out how to do both things or have, best of both worlds, I mentally focus on that first and look to achieve that. And it's why a lot of things I have just in general life, like, I mean, that can apply to even smallest of things, small home projects or food choices, outings, all those things. Yes, I would like to have both, please. But if you first take a pause whenever somebody tells you you can have this or that, in your head, think about it. Can I have both? Is it possible to have both, right? If they're both good. Now, there are some things that oppose each other. Now, you wouldn't want to do that necessarily. But you get my point. When both would be great, seek to have both. So in our trading styles, we definitely apply that. In our coding styles, we apply that. And that makes for big winners. Yes, indeed. All right. Make sure you guys are following us on the other channel. We will be shifting these live streams over to the new channel. So this was kind of a final farewell to the old channel, but I know a lot of people still subscribed here. You need to be subscribed to AlgoBox Official. So go find that channel. We'll post it in the room there. We're right at an hour right here. Keeping the streams to an hour. We have 30 seconds. You guys have a fantastic one. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis, G, and the rest of the gang, I am sending out the Big H-Town. See you over there on AlgoBox Official. I'm out. See ya!